Before you guys do anything, go ahead and do me a favor. Click the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I don't know, leave a comment after you watch it though, so you can tell me what part you like. This isn't gonna be a normal vlog. I know you're used to seeing Darren and Janati. I'm not a typical vlogger, but I'm here to talk about meal planning, meal prepping, and like setting yourself up workout wise for success. So if that's not something you're interested in, go ahead and click on the rest of our videos and check those out. But if you are, I got some tips for you. Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. This is Mikasa. I know you've seen it in other vlogs before. I don't know if I showed this part of it, but this is like my little patio area. If you saw the workout that I did. A lot of you have been asking like how to have like a work-life balance, and part of that balance is working out. I personally don't have that much of an issue when I'm in school because everything's really structured. You know exactly when you're going to be in school. You kind of have restricted hours for work. You know exactly when you can go to the gym. And if you live on campus like I have the past few years, you can just walk to the gym. So it's really easy. But now a lot has changed. I start my summer class tomorrow. I'm working 2 jobs. So my workload is going to be pretty hefty. I'm taking Orgo 2 as a prerequisite for my pre-med requirements. I'm trying to go to med school eventually. And I took Orgo 1. If you don't know what Orgo is, it's organic chemistry. For some people, it's really easy. For most people, it's like the hardest science ever. Yeah, so I took Orgo 1 2 years ago. Almost failed it. I had a lot going on. I had like bronchitis, impacted wisdom teeth. I was just coming back from my medical leave. I didn't fail it, but by this much. Anyway, so I have to figure out how to fit in work because I need to make money. I got to pay my rent, and then I also need, you know, to spend time with Janati and, you know, and my friends, and work out, eat healthy. So the easiest way to do that is to prepare. So what I plan on doing, I've already taken the steps to like write out what my schedule is. So now I know, obviously I'm blocked off from 9:30 to 4:30. I know when I have work. I've made it so that none of the days that I have class, I have work. So now I know that like as soon as I get off, other than doing homework, I'm pretty much free. Like I don't have any like obligations that like are required. And then I'm gonna do push day on Tuesday. Wednesday I'm not gonna work out because I'm working from 5:15 to 9:30 and then 2 to 9 p.m. So the free time I have there, I definitely need to be studying. Aside from just assigning what day, what kind of split is gonna be on each day, I need to like go through and make a workout for each day, because I've written out some points on like what I find to be like the most effective for staying organized and on top of things. Because I feel like the hardest part about working out when you're such a busy person isn't like that you don't have the time. It's that you haven't given yourself the opportunity to use your time wisely. So for working out, I'd say make your schedule realistic. Your workout schedule has to work with the rest of your schedule, or else it's just not going to work. So if you know that you're slammed one day, like you're working 2 shifts and you know that like you're going to be dead tired but you still want to work out, obviously don't do a heavy lift day. Maybe make it a stretch and walk on the treadmill for an hour kind of day, you know what I mean? I'd say be flexible. Like obviously your schedule doesn't need to be set in stone. It's mainly there so that you have like a basis, something to go on, something to fall back on. Obviously don't BS yourself and make a bunch of excuses, but like you know yourself and you know when you need breaks or you need rest days. So if you feel like you're exhausted or that, you know, like I'd really rather just go out with my friends, maybe I can hit legs another day, like be real with yourself. Like obviously don't make it a cop out, but yeah, make detailed plans. That's going back to what I was saying about like not just assigning workouts to each day, but actually going through and planning what exercises and what sets and how many reps you're gonna do, because once you get to the gym, I know I personally spend a lot of time just wasting time. Like I'll be stretching, but like, you know, scrolling through Instagram and looking through my bookmarks to see like other people's workouts and like planning, when I could have done that ahead of time and saved myself all that time that I say that I don't have. I also say do it week by week. My schedule, like other than my class schedule, everything else kind of like fluctuates week by week. Sometimes I'll pick up a shift or get surprised with a shift, or somebody will ask me to pick up a shift for them, that kind of thing. So like my schedule isn't set in stone. So yeah, like I've said so far, make it realistic because it has to work with the rest of your schedule. Be flexible, don't bullshit yourself. Just think about what your body needs, what you need, and work from there. Make detailed plans, so actually write out your workouts, reps, sets, exactly what exercises you want, and then do it week by week. I'd also say write out your goals. So some of my goals for this month are to run in my beautiful neighborhood more. I hate treadmills. Back when I was like in the bulk of my weight loss phase, Donati used to make me do LISS, which is low intensity steady state cardio, where he would make me get on the treadmill and run for just like 30 minutes straight, and I used to think it was torture, and then I started liking it, and now I always want to run and he never wants to run. So I'm gonna try and push myself, because eventually I want to try and run like a 5K or a half marathon. So I want to run in the neighborhood more, and I really need to take more time to stretch. Like I have the tightest hamstrings in the world. Like I said, if you watched my little home workout the other day and you saw my inchworms, my hamstrings are going nowhere. So tight. I actually pulled a muscle in my back right before track season senior year because my hamstrings were so tight. So yeah, I need to take more time to stretch. So those are my two main goals. I also want to just start lifting heavier, but that's like a gradual goal. And then set yourself up for success the night before. If you're gonna do an early morning workout, get a good night's sleep, set up what you're gonna take for breakfast, take any supplements, get that ready, set up your gym clothes, get your shoes ready if you're bringing any equipment, your weight belt, your gloves, your headphones. Like make sure those are all in your gym bag, so when you get there, you're not like, wow, I don't have my shoes, wow, I don't have my headphones, and it just kills the workout. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up to the gym and been like, so I have sandals and that's it. Also don't have headphones. Where do we go from here? And just set yourself up for failure. So be nice to yourself. What I say about meal prepping, I'm actually not much of a meal prepper. I like meal planning. I like to know what I'm gonna eat for the week, and then like at the beginning of the week I go and do a bulk shop. And I know some people are the type of people that can't eat the same meal every day. I'm not one of those people. Like Donati, he gets bored with his meals really easily, and he'll be like, oh, like I need to switch it up and let's make a pizza, or let's do this, let's do that. As long as I'm eating and it tastes good, I'm decent. My first tip would be to brainstorm 3 to 4 meals that you want for the week. Some people meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Personally, I always have enough time to throw something together for breakfast, whether that's just making instant oatmeal or peanut butter and jelly sandwich, having some yogurt, a banana, whatever it is. I'm not really focused on preparing my breakfast ahead of time. If I get the time and I just have a very open morning, maybe I'll make some eggs and kale or something, you know. But my focus would be on lunch and dinner, mainly dinner, because I feel like dinner time is the time when you like come home and you're like trying to unwind and nobody wants to have to head to the kitchen to try and prepare healthy food. That's when you find yourself like stopping by a restaurant or some fast food place on your way home from work because you're just hungry and you don't feel like, or you haven't gone shopping and you just don't feel like putting in the extra effort to make it a healthy decision, you know? So that's where like the meal planning comes in. If you only have healthy food in your fridge, like I eat healthy all the time because I only will buy healthy food. That doesn't mean I don't want unhealthy food, but I'm the same way I would be too lazy to go and find healthy food, I'm too lazy to go and find unhealthy food if that's all I have, if that makes sense. So brainstorm 3 to 4 meals that you want for the week. I'd say like 2 dinners and 2 lunches for me. My next tip is to listen to yourself. So I know ideally everybody wants, you know, all throughout the week you're going to be healthy, you're going to have a good week, but like that's it's ideal, but it's not necessarily realistic. So like if you think you're the type of person that's gonna cave in the middle of the week because you're just tired of being too disciplined, then don't do that to yourself. Like have a couple of healthy meals and then maybe have your cheat day in the middle of the week and then finish up the week with more healthy meals. Next tip is to look on Pinterest, and I'm going to show you guys how I plan my Pinterest stuff. So like I said earlier, Pinterest is like a huge part of my meal planning and meal prepping experience. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Pinterest, but it's a platform where people can make boards and pin things to it. So here I have like a lot of recipes. So this is my meal prep board, and I have like this pesto chicken recipe, chicken flatbread pizza, bomb. But this is basically where I can go and like yeah, I can get recipes for some, but sometimes it's just like it's really hard to come up with your own creative things. Like everybody can think of like chicken, broccoli, and rice. It's very simple, but I don't know, it's hard to like step outside of that. Also, set aside one day to cook all your dinners and all your lunches. So I don't really have, maybe Fridays. I haven't figured out what day I'm gonna set aside to cook all my stuff yet, but I feel like that's the most important. Meal prepping like takes a lot of time because cooking in general takes a lot of time, and if you're making more than one meal, then it just multiplies the time. But yeah, it's really important because once you have that all the way out of the way, like it's really tedious, but once you're done, and you have your meals for the rest of the week, and all you have to do is like go to the kitchen, warm it up, and you're good to go. Or pack it in your lunch, and when you're at work, warm it up, good to go. A lot of people want to be healthy and want to go to the gym, but then they're not seeing results, and 90% of the time I can promise it's because you're not putting into your body what you should be, and that's why you're not getting from it what you want. So yeah, like everybody says, like 80% of the fitness battle happens in the kitchen. Like what you decide to put into your body ultimately is like what you're gonna get from your body. So you can go to the gym 7 days a week, but if you're eating pizza and burgers and fried things every day, you're just not gonna get the results you want. Having a good diet helps with energy levels, mood, productivity, everything. It's beautiful. You'll just feel better. Try it. Give it like a week, 2 weeks of eating healthy, and then like come back and let me know how you feel. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I apologize for any stumbling or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a vlogger. I'm actually pretty nervous in front of the camera, but I personally, myself, am going through these organizational things, trying to like get my life right before I start classes tomorrow. And so I wanted to share my experience with you and give any type of tips. So if any of these tips helped you or you think they might help you, let me know. Bye guys.